You open your eyes for the very first time, and congratulations, you've just been born into the galaxy's most ruthless warrior race, the Viltrumites. Hope you weren't expecting a warm welcome, because on Viltrum, birth isn't celebrated, it's evaluated. As the medical officers scan your genetic makeup, they're not checking if you're healthy. They're determining if you're worthy of breathing Viltrum's air for another day. 50% of Viltrumite babies don't make it past their first medical exam. Consider yourself lucky, for now. Your first toy isn't a stuffed animal or a colorful mobile. It's a gravity chamber. While babies on other planets are learning to smile and coo, you're being subjected to crushing pressure that would liquefy a normal infant. Congratulations on your first achievement, not dying. Your parents don't pick you up when you cry. They don't sing you lullabies. They watch from behind reinforced glass, their expressions unreadable. Is he adapting? Your father asks. Not fast enough, your mother replies. Nothing says I love you like clinical disappointment. By age 3, you're already behind schedule. The average Viltrumite toddler can lift a small vehicle by now. You're struggling with a mere ton of weight. This doesn't go unnoticed. The physical trainers, you don't have caretakers, you have trainers, document every failure, every weakness, every moment you show anything less than perfect Viltrumite potential. You learn to hide your exhaustion, to push through pain that would kill most adult members of other species. You learn that tears are worse than blood. Your 5th birthday isn't marked with a party. It's marked with your first combat trial. You're placed in an arena with another 5-year-old. The instructions are simple. One of you will leave. The other will be disposed of. Nothing builds character like fighting to the death before you've learned basic arithmetic. When you land your first killing blow, the assembled Viltrumites don't cheer, they nod in approval. You've proven you deserve another day of existence. How wonderful. School on Viltrum isn't about exploration or creativity. It's about war. Your history lessons cover famous conquests. Your science education focuses on the most efficient ways to subjugate alien species. Your literature consists of war manuals and the biographies of great Viltrumite warriors. Failure isn't met with extra homework. It's met with physical punishment. At age 10, you're sent on your first observational mission. You watch from orbit as a squad of adult Viltrumites decimates a peaceful civilization that refused to submit to the Empire. Cities burn. Oceans boil. Billions die. Your supervisor turns to you, his mustache twitching slightly. The closest thing to emotion a Viltrumite male is permitted to display. What do you think? He asks. It's a test. You've been trained for this. They were weak, you respond. The galaxy is better without them. He nods. You pass. The knot in your stomach? That's weakness. Bury it before someone notices. While teenagers on other planets worry about pimples and social acceptance, Viltrumite youth face the Purification trials. These aren't ceremonial. They're designed to eliminate any remaining weakness in the generation. 1/3 of your age group won't survive. The trials consist of endurance tests in the vacuum of space, combat against adult warriors, and psychological conditioning that would be classified as torture anywhere else. You emerge victorious but not unscathed. The scars aren't just physical, but scars mean you're still alive, and on Viltrum, that's all that matters. Dating isn't a concept that exists in Viltrumite culture. Neither is romance. When you reach reproductive age, you're paired with genetically compatible partners to produce optimal offspring. There's no courtship, no dating, no connection. It's a clinical process overseen by genetic specialists. Your body belongs to the Empire, as do any children you produce. Family is just another unit in the Viltrumite war machine. Your training intensifies as you enter adulthood. You can now lift thousands of tons, fly faster than light, and hold your breath for weeks at a time. Your body is nearly indestructible. Career options are limited on Viltrum. You're either a warrior or you're dead, but there are specializations. Some Viltrumites are conquerors, leading the front lines of the Empire's expansion. Others are scouts, sent to infiltrate and assess potential targets. The truly elite become conquest specialists, sent alone to planets to prepare them for assimilation. An honor that often means decades or centuries of isolation, living among species you've been taught to see as inferior, waiting for the order to betray them all. What a rewarding career path. Your first solo conquest is a small planet in a forgotten corner of the galaxy. The species there is primitive, just beginning to develop technology. They welcome you as a god. The true curse of the Viltrumite isn't the brutal training or the constant warfare. It's the longevity. You'll live for thousands of years, watching civilizations rise and fall, experiencing countless battles, receiving endless wounds that heal but never quite fade from memory. There's no retirement plan, no peaceful golden years, just an eternity of violence and emptiness, punctuated by brief periods of slightly less violence. As the centuries pass, something unexpected happens. Doubt creeps in. You've seen too many civilizations fall, too many unique cultures erased, too many beings die fighting for something you were taught couldn't exist: freedom. Beings with a fraction of your power willingly dying rather than submitting. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit with anything you've been taught. The most dangerous enemy of a Viltrumite isn't an alien weapon or a cosmic entity. It's thought. Independent thought. Once it takes root, it's harder to kill than a Viltrumite warrior. And now you're infected. You begin to question. Small things at first. Why must every world be conquered? Why can't some be allies? Your superiors notice. Questions aren't tolerated in the Empire, especially from its elite warriors. You're given a choice. Return to Viltrum for reconditioning, or accept a deep cover mission on a distant world. You choose the latter, knowing full well it's exile disguised as honor. Your mission is to infiltrate a developing planet called Earth, to live among its people, to assess its defenses, and eventually to help prepare it for conquest. But Earth is different. Its people are physically weak, laughably so by Viltrumite standards. But they possess something you've never encountered, an endless capacity for both cruelty and compassion, often in the same individual. They create art. They love. They dream. Concepts that were beaten out of Viltrumite culture millennia ago. And despite yourself, you begin to change. You take a human identity. You meet a human woman. Against all your training, against everything you've been taught, you feel something for her. You marry her. You have a child. You build a life that has nothing to do with conquest and everything to do with connection. For years, you live this double life. Superhero by day, loving husband and father by night. You tell yourself you're just maintaining your cover. You tell yourself you'll complete your mission when the time comes. You tell yourself a lot of things. But deep down, in a place you didn't know existed before Earth, you know the truth. When your son starts developing powers, reality crashes back. The Empire hasn't forgotten you. They never forget. And now you face an impossible choice. Return to your mission and help conquer the world your family calls home, or betray thousands of years of Viltrumite conditioning for a species that will never fully understand or accept what you are. This is the true curse of being born Viltrumite. Not the brutality of your upbringing, not the violence of your existence, but the emptiness at the core of it all. An emptiness you never recognized until you found something to fill it. Something that, by the very laws of your people, you cannot have. So you make your choice. And whatever that choice is, conquest or protection, empire or family, you lose something irreplaceable. Welcome to the Viltrumite Empire. Hope it was worth it.